Dai, a bit of a slow start against London Irish at the weekend, but came away with 5 points, and you can't ask for much more than that.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, it was a game I was worried about going into. Obviously a real sort of fatigue factor on a 6-day turnaround after 2 massive games. And mentally, you know, we've got to be honest and be realistic about it. You know, a little bit after the Lord Mayor show, really having 2 massive games, but we found a way to win, and I think that was a measure of where we've come as a team, because there was periods in that game where we were under pressure. I didn't think we looked like we panicked, and I don't think we ever looked like we were going to lose that game. So it's a measure of how far we've come in a short space of time, but I would have certainly been happy with a win, let alone a bonus point win.
Up into 5th place in the table, which is where we want to be as well.
Yeah, we want to be in the top 6 consistently. We don't want to make a big push towards the end of the year, and as we've talked about, if we're in with a shout of the top 4, you know, come the last sort of month of the season, we're exactly where we want to be. But we're just focusing on the top 6, and we got some real big challenges around the corner. So, you know, our performances have to improve from the weekend, but we're confident they can do that.
4 wins on the bounce now, and we know how important momentum can be in this league.
Yeah, I wish you hadn't said that, because that tends to catch us out. But as I say, we got a bit of confidence, bit of belief going in. Things are obviously, you know, working far more than they were at the start of the season. Massive test for us. Exeter, you know, on the weekend, they're a real quality team. I think their strengths are right across the board, especially the way they play the game. A real high tempo, multi-phase game, confident with the ball in hand, got a great kicker and a good set piece, and you know, they deservedly where they are in the league, so it's going to be a big test for us.
Yeah, it's a crazy season this year. It's a big game every week, and Exeter 2nd in the table, and that's not by chance, is it? They've got a very balanced game and a very strong side.
Yeah, it certainly makes your team talks tough. As I said, you know, it's a big game this week, but you know, it's consistently followed by a big game next week and probably the week after, so every game is right up there. And certainly, as I said, Exeter have been, if not one of the form teams, you know, up there with Saracens this season, and you know, they're going to be really tough to beat. But if we want to be in that top 6, and if we want to be pushing at the end of the season for maybe a top 4 slot, you got to win your own games, and no matter who you're playing.
Exeter are a side that you look at them, and they've got a strong set piece, they've got a good back row, and they've got the ability to play an expansive game out wide. How do you prepare for a side like that?
Well, they're very efficient on the first 3 phases, so defensively we have to win the battle of the game on the first 3 phases. No team is, you know, they do play a bit of a lateral game, but it's very hard to play if you're going backwards, so the first 3 phases are massive for us to make sure we get on the front foot defensively, and as well as, you know, we have got pace out wide, but we have to get some penetration, we have to get goal forward, which we failed to get for big periods against London Irish. You know, we kept the ball for long periods and went from side to side without really getting any penetration, and once we got a bit of penetration, the spaces and the gaps appeared out wide, and we have got the ability to score. So it's all about the gain line, it's all about front foot ball, stopping them getting front foot ball and making sure we do.
Having them at the Ricoh Arena will obviously be a big boost for you. You've spoken about the need to get results away from home, but wins at the Ricoh, what you're trying to make as a fortress, is a cornerstone of being in the top 6, isn't it?
Absolutely, and we got there last season. I think we only lost 2 games, you know, at home. You know, the mixture of Adams Park and the Ricoh. It's our first full season at the Ricoh. We love playing there. The support we get is fantastic. We have a job to do on the field as well, and make sure we put the performances and the results. But as you rightly said, you know, if we want to compete, your home form is paramount to that. So, and these big games are, you know, the ones you've got to really knock over, really.